And welcome to Let's Play World of Warcraft Heroic Drak'Tharon Keep. This is your host Particle Man, and we're going to take you through a little Drak Keep today. It took us about 13 minutes and 20 seconds. Got through here pretty quick, and let's get started. First pull is just these two guys. They don't really do anything. They're just kind of tank and spank, like most trash is. But now the next couple pulls, you're going to have one spellcaster and two undead. So if you're a paladin, make sure to use your Holy Wrath to keep the other guys kind of in line. They will put down like a big black circle, whatever you want to call it, void zone, whatever. When it's down, it does a lot of damage to everybody in the area, so try to stay out of it once they put it down. I think he just cast Shadow Bolts or something, so the wizard's not really wizard, whatever you want to call him, isn't really that big of a deal. I would, on this group, save your Holy Wrath until the next group, because it's all four. There's four people in the next group, and they're all undead, so you're way better off saving it. If you see up there on the right, that's one of those black void zones they put down. Stay out of that. It's not even in the way, so it shouldn't be hard. I always target this little guy over here that's running down. Well, with a skull on his head first. I don't know why. I don't think he does anything special, but go ahead and blow your Holy Wrath here. Our healer's pretty good. He usually uses his too, which kind of helps out. And now we're going to do the fun pool, which is the entire next room. I don't really advise. I would advise against this actually, unless you have a really good group, because it's pretty bad. Because these big abominations do a lot of damage. They have an AOE plague they spit out, or belch breath or something, and it's really bad. So this isn't really a great idea, but we managed to get through it. And now no matter what happens, our mage here always pulls Sidekick because he's doing like 16k a second. So, but they know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to worry about them too much. So if your DPS are really good, they'll usually take care of themselves. So I just kind of stand here and let them smack me around a little bit. You always want to use your 50% divine protection or whatever. Just make sure you don't do... Hold on, I can't remember which ones they're called. I get them confused. The 50% less damage, always use that, because if you don't, you probably die. Now this boss actually has... the only real bad ability he has is Corpse Explosion. There's going to be some ads that come down and kind of... looks like they always try to kind of fight him, and he kills him really fast and then casts his Corpse Explode, which can do a lot of damage to all melee standing around him. His other big ability is he stacks this damage buff, and like anybody that's near him, every like 20 seconds, he'll do this big thing where he, for every person within 10 yards, he gets like this damage buff. So he'll get like 5 stacks of it if all 5 of you are close. And he'll do that every 20 seconds. There's an achievement for killing him when he's only got 10 stacks or less on him. So to get that achievement, if you want, you can just tank him by the stairs, and one person runs out of the way every like 15, 20 seconds, and then he can only get 4. Or if 2 people go, he can only get 3 stacks of that each time. So if you want to get that achievement, that's how you do it. Or you can just kill him super fast. Because I think we all have that achievement, but if we didn't, then we could have probably got it that time. Now those spiders, what they do is they run at like 20%, which is really annoying. So, and then they go and get some non-elite spiders from their web. I guess they're kids, which isn't really cool because they're like getting ready to die. They're like, "Oh, kids, come save me!" But anyway, they're not a really big deal. It's just kind of annoying more than anything. Now, whenever you start this fight right here, you'll taunt or do whatever, just do damage to that guy. And he's got this anti-magic thing around him. If you stand in it, you take like 1,600 damage a second, and you can't damage him, so there's no point in trying to go in early or anything. You need to send one person up the stairs, because there'll be like a bunch of non-elites coming out, and about one elite every 30 seconds or so. So just send one guy up there. I really recommend like a melee DPS. Paladin, Warrior are really good. Socromon told me that the reason Warrior's really good is because you can use Killing Spree, I think it's called, which is like gives you it's an attack that you get after you kill somebody, so you can pretty much just one shot the next guy that runs out every time, and there's no cooldown on that, so it's a pretty handy ability. If you're down here on the bottom, usually the healer stays down here, but there's going to be 4 warlocks kind of guys, necromancers that get summoned out here, and you just take them down. They have something called Steel Flesh or something like that that does a little bit of damage, but if you just give them a good stun, they probably won't even get any abilities off. So after there's 2 on each side of those guys. After that, the boss will, after a few seconds, he'll go ahead and let that barrier down. Then everybody can run down and start DPSing him. If you're at the top of the stairs, just make sure you kill everybody before you run down, because they'll kind of keep streaming out just a little bit until the fight starts. So this boss's abilities, you can't hold aggro on him. You can like a tiny bit, but he just randomly casts Frostbolt at members of your party, and then he casts that Blizzard, if you see in the top right of your screen. That he just sits there and casts Blizzard the whole time, spams Frostbolt. He will summon some ghouls, so save your Holy Wrath for that, and it'll keep them all on you. I mean, your Consecrate probably will anyway, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And then after this guy, you got a little room where if you're a DPS that has AoE, you should really kind of hold off for a second, because it can get bad here. It's not a hard pull, but it's all these non-elite bats and an elite troll. But if people don't let you get a little bit of aggro first, since you don't really have any ability that hits 15 guys besides Consecrate, you can go down pretty quick. If you're a caster, you'll go down really fast if all those guys hit you. Next pull, you got 2 raptors and a guy riding on a raptor, I guess. For this one, after like 2 or 3 seconds, 2 more elite raptors he summons them or something like that, or they come from somewhere. So keep that in mind, because you're not going to have any aggro on them, so you'll just need to be aware of that. And then the next group is kind of the same deal, where you start fighting these 2 guys, and then their little pets kind of spawn again or whatever. So there's actually 4 in this pool, and I'm pretty sure no, they're not all elite. I thought they might be. So just take these guys down. Now, before this raptor boss here on the right, there's a couple trash pulls you can do. I would always pull this guy right here that I'm pulling right now, and the next guy. We went ahead and pulled all 4, but this is where we're going to end the video. Come back for the next video. It's about 6 minutes long, and we'll go ahead and finish up Drak'Tharon Keep. Thanks.